you've returned. How very kind of you. I'm your host and mystery guide, Wolf Luger. Trust you've invited a friend to join you? I'm grateful, as we all are here at chillTV, that you've taken the time to join us for Friday Night Vedder Mysteries. If you're following along from last week, I've had the Barchetta's brake lines replaced. You'll recall they were cut and reported it in the incident to the police. As suspected, no leads, and if I may say, I don't feel overly confident that this will get the attention it is due. I may look into this myself. First, the letter, then my brakes. Something is rotten in the state of Denmark. There's our director waving at me. So kind of him, urging me on to the show. And what a climactic finale do we have in store. All right, where have we left off? Yes, Mr. Lafarge has eluded capture and the pearls have vanished. Who's responsible? And what possible outcome might there be for those involved? If they're even brought to justice. Inspector Cameron has his hands full with the likes of Mr. Sylvester and Mr. Hassett. Let's return, shall we, to the second and final act of this riveting story. I'll join you at the conclusion for some final words.
No, it's all right. Come back, you fool. Come back.
All right now, just take it easy.
Let me go, you confounded idiot. Oh my God, it's too late. He's in Holborn by now. Not a hope of ever setting eyes on him again.
And that's what all this is about? A breach of the peace, eh? Creating a disturbance?
All right, Constable. I'm Cameron of the Yard.
Oh, good afternoon, sir. I didn't know this gentleman was just...
Well, what happened, Rock?
What happened? Everything was going fine. Not a soul in sight except the Frenchman. I was within 30 yards of him when suddenly, of the whole 24 hours of the day and night, precisely at 3 this afternoon, a foot-slogging policeman has to enter Hatton Garden from a side street. Obviously, the other got scared, suspected a trap. On the instant, he turned and ran like a scalded cat. He had too big a start, even if the pair of us had chased him. By now, we've but as much hope of finding a bottle in mid-Atlantic.
Too bad. But there's still a chance we might nail him yet.
How, in heaven's name?
If this fellow was picked for the job of taking the pearls abroad, you can bet he wouldn't risk it today after this. And from now on, I'll have every passenger on every boat, train checked to the back teeth. The Frenchman will know that. Meanwhile, he'll be lying low, abiding his chance, somewhere in London. Somewhere in London.
As easy as that? I tell you, that French frog, as well as the pearls, was lost to us forever, from the moment he turned the corner back to Holborn.
And yet a foreigner. Pity you didn't think of trying to trace that telephone call this morning.
The telephone call? I traced them all right. It was made from a newsagent shop in Euston Road. But you don't suppose the fella left his name and address behind?
Euston? Now, wait a minute. Now, take a look at this. The Pharaoh Euston 304. There isn't a telephone number like that in existence. What's more, we've checked the whole directory for a subscriber by the name of Pharaoh with the Euston number. But maybe this isn't a telephone number at all. Maybe it's an address. A foreigner's got to stay somewhere, and Pharaoh could be the name of a hotel.
At 304 Euston Road. By Jove, Inspector.
The address where the seal engraving was to be delivered by Dixon's friend. Oh, it's long odds, but well worth a try, Sergeant. Hail that cab quickly. There we are, Hotel Pharaoh. Glorified boarding house. We're right after all. Now take it easy. If there's anything in this, we can't afford a second slip-up. Come on, Brock. Sergeant, you hang around in the porch, but keep out of sight of the windows. Tell the driver to move on a couple of blocks and wait.
Right, sir.
Good afternoon,
sir. You gentlemen are wanting rooms?
No, I'm a police officer.
The police? Huh, I thought so. Well, I can tell you there is nothing wrong with...
All right, keep it low, will you? Now listen, have you got a Frenchman staying here?
A Frenchman? We have people of several
The
nationalities.
one in particular. I don't know his name, but, well, describe him, Brooke.
Tall, slim, a small dark mustache. I think wearing a fawn belted raincoat and a black hat.
That could be Monsieur Lafarge.
Lafarge, eh? Is he here now?
He has just checked out.
You mean he's gone? We're too late?
I mean, you're only just in time. Monsieur Lafarge came in less than 10 minutes ago.
Yes, that'd be right.
He seemed, how you say, much flustered and in a great hurry. He asked for his bill and went upstairs to pack. I have the bill here and, oh, wait. This must be him coming down the staircase now.
Quick, behind the curtain, Brock.
I don't believe it. We couldn't be so lucky.
All right, missus, just carry on normally.
I'll have you know my hotel is respectable. Nothing like this has ever happened before.
You have the addition ready, madame.
Oh, here, Monsieur Lafarge. We are sorry to lose you in such a hurry.
You're most regrettable, madame, I assure you, but...
It's him. All right. Come on.
No!
Stop, I want you.
After him, quick!
Sergeant!
Right, sir. I've got him. Now take it easy.
Nice work, Sergeant. Quit the handcuffs. By heaven, he nearly slipped us a second time.
Let me go! I don't know what you say. You are making a big mistake. I am a French subject and...
We know all about that, and right now you're in the hands of the English law. The game's up, Lafarge. Come on. First, where are those pearls?
They don't appear to be in this suitcase. He must have them on him still.
Well, we'll soon see about that.
No, I tell you...
Come on, you may as well save us the trouble. Which pocket? Come on!
He will kill me for this. Max Sylvester is behind it after all. I tell you.
So, Sylvester is behind it after all. Well, I guessed as much.
You must protect me. Promise you will protect me when he knows I have betrayed him.
You're safe enough from Sylvester. Now, the pearls, man. Where are the pearls?
You searched me in vain, gentlemen. I have not got your pearls.
The lying hound. Strip him to the skin, Inspector.
No. You waste your time, gentlemen. Valuable time.
You had those pearls half an hour ago. If you haven't got them now, who has? Max Sylvester?
You will never believe me, gentlemen, but it is true. I swear by all of the holy saints, the pearls were, all 61 of them, in a loose package in my pocket. I made every preparation to hand the 2 samples to your agent in passing. At the last minute, I see a policeman in the distance, and I suspect a trap. I see it all quite plain. I will be caught, red-handed, in possession of the pearls, and...
Yes, go on.
As I turned, I ran, I threw them away.
What?
It is the truth, I swear. If no one has already found them, your pearls will be there in the gutter in Hatton Garden.
In the... Ye gods, how much more of this torture? Taxi! Hey, driver, quickly!
Oh, take him straight to the station, Sergeant. I'll join you there later.
Right, sir.
I must see for myself if there's a word of truth in any of this.
He must have been just about here when the constable first appeared on the scene, and it was only a matter of seconds before he turned and ran.
See another 5 paces forward in that direction? There's no sign of anything along there.
Which means we can start from here and work backwards towards Holborn. Thank heaven for this rain. It'll have kept people off the streets.
You say he crossed over the road at some point?
After running for about 30 or 40 yards. But for that fat-headed policeman, I might have actually seen him empty his pockets. That is, if the whole thing isn't a cock and bull story.
Whichever way, it's less than a 50-50 chance. You work back along this pavement as far as the point where he crossed over and follow suit. I'll carry on to the bottom and work back along the opposite curb. That ought to cover it.
Not a sign of anything, which means either the Frenchman was lying,
or else someone's beaten us to it. It's a good hour ago. Anything could have happened.
I'd like to think it had. At least there'd be a better chance of...
Great heavens, look!
Eh?
On the very edge of that drain in the gutter there. Careful, it's only lodged against the curb. Careful, Brock, or you'll lose it.
All right. I've got it. A rose pearl.
My God, the fellow was telling the truth after all.
But the rest of them, the other 60.
There's only one logical answer. This rain, the gutters flowing like rivers, I'm afraid you'll have to face up to, Brock.
They've gone down the drain?
Beyond all possible hope of recovery.
I can't believe it. There's something in the Bible about casting pearls before swine. But to think that fate or the devil or both should send 135,000 pounds worth into the sewers of London, never to be seen again. What am I to tell the underwriters? Do you suppose they're going to believe a story like that?
Oh, I'm sorry, Brock. You've done your best. No man could have done more. But this about lets you out, I think. My job has only just begun.
Well, my dear Hassett, by now the pearls are in mid-channel, and within a week we should receive payment from Amsterdam. Thanks to my organization, I think we can congratulate ourselves.
Yes, if you're absolutely certain you can trust Lafarge. I still think you should have kept him in sight all the way along the line, Sylvester.
Whew! Lafarge has neither the brains nor the nerve to double-cross.
What? Like not even for 10,000 pounds?
A tempting bribe, I'll admit, but my agent in Amsterdam will pay twice that amount to be split between the three of us. That, what is a few odd thousand as the price of betrayal. And not only that, Pierre Lafarge knows me well enough. He has more respect for his own skin.
Well, let's hope you're right.
Come, my dear Hassett, you are a victim of beginner's nerves. But believe me, you will never forget the day you tipped me off about that pearl necklace. Oh, to have an ally in Hatton Garden itself has always been my ambition. I look upon this as the first of many such undertakings between us, huh?
Yes, of course.
Now, what time is it?
After 7 o'clock.
And being a Saturday, my housekeeper is out. Therefore, you shall come and have dinner with me at a little restaurant in Soho, a new discovery of mine, where I guarantee you will sample the best cooking in all of London. Devil, take it!
Lafarge's code ring. Lafarge is at the front door. Something's gone wrong. I knew it.
Shut up! Wait here. What in... Why, Inspector Cameron.
All right, Sergeant, straight through. You others stay with me.
Is this another search warrant, Inspector? Surely the disillusionment you suffered a few months back...
I remember telling you then that one day there would be the final count. This is it, Sylvester. You're under arrest.
Arrest? Of course. I can always appreciate a good joke, Inspector. But don't you think this is going a little too far?
I charge you with being concerned, together with Simon Hassett of 102 Hatton Garden and a Frenchman, Pierre Lafarge, in the theft of a pearl necklace, a property of Marcel Meyer.
I've got him, sir. This'll be Hassett. Come on.
Let me go. I've done nothing wrong. I'm innocent, I tell you.
This is monstrous. I demand to see my solicitor at once.
Yeah, there'll be all the time in the world for that, but he won't be able to help you, Sylvester.
You haven't a shred of evidence.
On the contrary, the whole case is tied up in a bag. As so often happens, the plan was clever, but absurdly simple. Hassett is a dealer in Hatton Garden, and almost a bankrupt one at that, got to know that the necklace was being sent to France immediately for Lafarge. Hassett requests the post office to deliver the mail direct to his office. on the floor of 102. Instead of leaving it with the caretaker, it so happens that the postman's rounds in Hatton Garden bring him to 102 first, before delivering it at 88, which is Marcel Meyer's office. And on the morning before the pearls were due to arrive, this young postman was met in Hassett's office by a remarkable, pretty young secretary, engaged by the three of you for a special purpose. Exactly the same procedure took place on the morning of the necklace arrived. The rest is pretty simple, I think. The girl kept the postman fully occupied while she fumbled in his bag for a registered package, handling it secretly to Hassett and Lafarge. It was a matter of a few moments before they opened the parcel, extracted the necklace, and substituted lumps of French sugar wrapped in Echo de Paris to make it look as if the job had been worked on that side of the channel. This done, the package was resealed, using a sealing die especially engraved for the purpose. By the time the postman resumed his rounds, the fake parcel in his bag was an exact replica of the original, all bar one item. Whereas the sealing wax used by Mayer's office had been red, the seals upon delivery were a pale yellow. We searched your office this morning, Hassett, and found, among other things, sealing wax of the identical shade.
This is a fantastical story concocted by the police to suit their purpose.
Oh, you forgot, Sylvester. This was a reward of £10,000 for that story, and for the very first time, one of your worms turned.
Lafarge. I had forgotten. You gave Lafarge's ring at the doorbell. Why the dirty rotten
Quick, please, gun!
I'll get him! I'll get him! No one can do this to Max Sylvester!
The handcuffs! Take it easy! No diamonds on those bracelets, Sylvester, and they suit you all the better for it.
I'm not through yet! I tell you, I'll get even with the pearls. That rat sold you the pearls for a beggarly £10,000.
I don't have to tell you, Sylvester, what it means to me to have you in custody at last. It may be equally gratifying to you to learn that no human being will ever set eyes on those pearls again. Your trusted friend, Lafarge, threw them down the drain at Hatton Garden at 3 o'clock this afternoon.
Ha! You expect me to believe that?
All bar this solitary pearl, which fate mercifully spared by way of proof.
What? And it's true. It is true.
Well, I don't know what the commissioner is going to say when he sees this report. Reads like something out of the Sexton Blake.
Anyway, we'll be sending Sylvester down for a few years, sir. That's the chief thing.
All the same, I can't help feeling sorry for the poor Brock. So near and yet so far. Oh, well. Answer that, Sergeant. I've had enough for one night.
Inspector Cameron's room. Who? Right. Put him through. It's Dixon, sir. The engraver.
Maybe the fellow's showing up again at Robin Hood. All right, I'll speak to him. Hello, Inspector Cameron here. Yes, Dixon. Has that? What? You're absolutely certain? Yes, I remember you saying you once worked at a jeweler, but... Oh, good heavens, I don't believe it. Now listen, go straight back to the bar. Just carry on as though nothing has happened. I'll join you soon. Sergeant, get through at once to Brock. He'll be at his private number at this hour, of course, and then to Meyer. Tell them both to meet me outside the Robin Hood in Hatton Garden just as fast as they can get there. I'll see you later.
Right, sir.
Well, I don't know what the commissioner is going to say when he sees this report. Reads like something out of Sexton Blake.
Anyway, we'll be sending Sylvester down for a few years, sir. That's the chief thing.
All the same, I can't help feeling sorry for poor Brock. So near and yet so far. Oh, well. Answer that, Sergeant. I've had about enough for one night.
Inspector Cameron's room. Who? Right. Yeah, put him through. It's Dixon, sir, the engraver.
Maybe that fellow's showing up again at the Robin Hood. All right, I'll speak to him. Hello, Inspector Cameron here. Yes, Dixon? Has that? What? You're absolutely certain? Yes. I remember you saying once you worked at a jeweler, but... Oh, good heavens, I don't believe it. Now listen, go straight back to the bar. Just carry on as though nothing had happened. I'll join you soon. Sergeant, get through at once to Brock. He'll be at his private residence at this hour, of course, and then to Meyer. Tell them both to meet me outside the Robin Hood in Hatton Garden just as soon as they can get there. I'll see you later.
Right, sir.
nice one, man.
And I tell you something else, Rose. They got Mary Pickford in Tess of the Storm Country showing at a local picture palace next week. What about it, eh?
Talk of persistence. Anyway, you're most thoughtful, Alf. I will say that.
Oh, I know it pleased you, Rose. I only wish it could have been something better. Something... Hello, what's all this?
All right, everybody stay where you are. No one must leave. Now, Dixon.
There you are, Inspector. Just take a look at that young lady behind the bar.
Come on, Mr. Meyer.
Hey, what's the idea?
My pearls, my rose pearls, tied up with string. Give them to me at once.
Take your hands off me.
Yeah, I'll be you unless you won't.
All right, take it easy. What's your name?
Rose Carley. Miss Rose Carley, I'll have you know.
You're under arrest.
Arrest?
And I'll take that necklace you're wearing.
You'll do nothing of the sort.
You're darn right you won't. Now look here, what's all this about?
Who are you?
Alfred Hickman, the name is. Occupation road sweeper on the borough of Auburn. I'm telling you, you got no right.
Road sweeper, eh? You gave her those pearls?
Them ain't pearls, Governor. Just pink beads. Coloured glass. Someone chucked them away to gutter this afternoon, and I swept them up. Findings keeping, see? Now buzz off, will you?
Alf?
Yeah?
The gentlemen are right. These must be...
Pearls comprising the finest necklace in the world. Stolen from me the day before yesterday.
Blimey, I don't believe it.
This is the most incredible piece of luck. How many are still missing, Mr. Meyer?
Oh, I have already counted them. There are 60 pearls strung together here, which, with the one you found this afternoon, Mr. Brock, completes my necklace.
Is it possible? I must advise the underwriters at once, before I wake up.
All right, Hickman. This about clears the pair of you?
Of course, if I'd have known.
Wait a minute. There's a reward out for those pearls.
Yes, that's right. 10,000 quid.
And it was you that found them, Alf.
Well, kind of.
What about that, Inspector?
Well, I've no doubt you'll get quite a bit of it, Hickman. It's a matter between you and Lloyd's underwriters. I shall want a written statement from you, of course, in the morning. Meanwhile, next time you find anything lying in the road, remember that.
What glitters is often gold, eh? Don't worry.
Now, I'll see you in the morning.
Blimey, I'm in the money. I'm going to be rich. Come on, everybody. Drinks all around. On the good old Auburn. Well, what's up, Rose? I reckon you're looking as glassy-eyed as them beads.
To think that for a few hours I wore pearls worth a king's ransom.
I didn't even know, eh? Are you satisfied now, Rose? That fine jewelry's just something extra in life. Something that don't really matter. Leastways to people like you and me.
Ah, yes, Alf. I'm beginning to think you're right.
Of course, after this, I'll be able to buy you a nice little set of sparklers. You know, not too posh, but well.
Alf?
Yeah?
What did you say Mary Pickford was showing in at the Alhambra next week?
Mr. Hickman's life changed all thanks to one pearl lying in a gutter. And life changes for Mr. Sylvester as he finds himself behind bars. I do hope Mr. Lafarge has relocated or gone into witness protection. Mr. Sylvester will no doubt want to settle a score after leaving prison. Fascinating, isn't it? It's as if mankind becomes so entranced by the lure of gems and jewels. We've certainly seen to what extent one will go to get them. So, next week, what's in store? I'm delighted to announce another spellbinding story. You'll be sure to join us for Mystery in Pimlico, a story based on the popular trial of the late 1880s. This story poses the question, was it murder or suicide? That's next week on Friday Night Vedder Mysteries. Join us, or else. Wait, I'm being signaled by the director. Oh, how interesting. A letter for me.